I love sweet stuff, and I'm always looking at ways to make a sweet dessert that's high in protein. And today I'm going to be showing you chocolate brownies, my absolute favourite. It's just a simple list of ingredients. So what you want is some sort of chocolate protein powder. Now please remember, don't use whey protein. It's really drying and it doesn't work for cooking, because we are going to be cooking these in the oven. So use a plant protein, or casein is amazing. I've got an overripe, very black banana. Those are the best ones because what they're going to be is really sweet and squidgy, and that's what we want. Got some monk fruit, which has actually got erythritol in it as well, just to add some extra sweetness because I have got a really sweet tooth. I've got some cocoa powder. We're going to be using a little bit of peanut butter, some eggs, and this is optional, but I'm going to drizzle dark chocolate on the top. Exclude the dark chocolate if you're really trying to watch your calories and just make the calories a bit lower. This is a fair trade one there. I always try and go for fair trade because in Ghana they actually have slave labour with some of the cocoa farms, and some children are being used against their wishes by some of the bigger companies which I won't mention. So just always look for the fair trade label, and then you know that the people that work there that are picking the cocoa are actually being treated well. I've got a food processor here, so I'm just going to put everything in the food processor. I'm going to start off with the banana. I'm trying out one, and I'm actually going to taste it before I go ahead and cook it, and if one doesn't seem like enough, then I'll put more in. You can see there, that is so ripe, but that's perfect for this. So I'm going to go for 8 scoops of protein powder, 4 tablespoons of cocoa. I want this to be really chocolatey, and the actual protein powder is not very chocolatey. I'm going to go for 2 eggs, and then a couple of tablespoons of this monk fruit. Got the peanut butter here, so I'm going to go for 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to add an extra egg. It doesn't feel like it's binding very well. I added in 350 ml, which is around about 1.5 cups of plant milk, just to make the mixture a bit more sticky and loose. I think that's blended up now, so you can see there it's kind of like a sticky mixture. So that's the dough ready to go into the pan now. So I'm just going to grease that with some MCT oil. Just the MCT oil will be okay with the flavour of the brownie. If you use some sort of other oils, they might actually make the taste of the brownie a bit strange, but coconut goes quite well. That is ready to go in the oven now. I've got the oven on at 180, which is 350. And I'm going to cook it for around about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm going to take it out of the oven now because I've had a look. It's actually been only about 22 minutes, but it's kind of cracked on the top, which is what you want. Starting to crack on the top, and that's the kind of look of a brownie when it's kind of cracked on the top. I can kind of feel it's quite firm. It smells absolutely amazing, and I did have a taste of the batter mix. It tastes amazing, but now this is the worst part because I've actually got to let it cool down to room temperature. So my brownie's cooled down now. It's around about room temperature. So the next stage is I'm going to drizzle a little bit of chocolate on there, and it's not going to be a massive amount. I'm breaking up a 100-gram bar there, which is 3.5 ounces, and I'm just going to melt that. So what did you think of that then?
It's perfect. It's like I'm not missing out on anything. It's sweet. It's got monk fruit,
yeah.
which is like a substitute sweetener. It's gorgeous. Talk me through it. Talk me through it.
Yeah.
What's the ingredients?
Peanut butter, monk fruit, banana. Banana gives it the sweetness as well. Protein powder and eggs. And then there's the optional chocolate on the front.
Fantastic.
So it's good if you can make these yourself, because if you buy any of these high protein desserts, bars, whatever they are, firstly they're really expensive, and secondly they've got a lot of like chemicals, emulsifiers and that sort of thing. This isn't, it's more natural. The protein powder is not necessarily natural, it's more natural, the ones you buy, so it's like much better for you, and it's also a whole lot cheaper.
I can taste this in a bowl with your ice cream, or no, nice scream as you call it. But my advantage is because you're very you've made this, so you can talk me through it, and I can eat. So that's where I've got the advantage.
So we need to try it with the nice cream. So I make with frozen berries and protein powder that would go really well with this. So you're going to give that a go, are you?
I'll give it more than a go.